Hey everybody, welcome to Art du Jour, February the 8th. I am really late posting today because I just had a really busy day yesterday and just did not get any Art du Jour done. But welcome to February the 8th little project today. I made some apothecary bottles and I did these back in the summer and they were just a lot of fun. For this one was a contact lens, the saline solution for contact lenses. So I covered the bottle in some metal tape and distressed it and then just used washi tape up here. And I put a little beehive on the top, which I kind of thought was really funky. And just tied it with some twine. So, you know, just simple. I started with something like this. And I don't take medicine, but I take vitamins and supplements. So lysine is something that I take every single day. And I know that we all have these things lying about. This is recyclable. It's a recyclable number 7. So I know that number 7 is not available for recycling in a lot of areas, but I am really happy that that my local recycling now takes 7. So I could put this in the recycling bin, you know, without the top, of course. But it's a lot more fun to turn that trash into something really cool. This is the other little apothecary bottle I made. I just wrapped it in some twine and used washi tape that says language of flowers and just kind of rolled that around. More washi tape here. And a cork from a bottle of champagne that my son brought to us a couple years ago. Then I thought it would be fun if we would just make like a love potion bottle, right? So I started working with this little jar. And this was olives. I think olives or pickles or something came in this jar. I painted the jar with one of my very favorite things, which is Valspar. This is a color sample that you just pick up at the home improvement store. And I love these paints. They just, you know, they're cheap. It's like $3 for this big thing of paint. And they're really applicable to all kinds of uses. This is the first time that I've ever painted glass with it. Usually I just paint wood or something like that or use it for distressing. But I was really happy with the way that this turned out. And then quite by accident, when I had my stamp pad and my text stamp out, stamping the hearts that are going to go on this little jar, I thought, I wonder if you could actually stamp onto the jar with, you know, with archival ink and a rubber stamp. And you can. So I thought, that's super cool. And then I did a few of these little butterflies, and those turned out really well. And then I stamped one of my favorite stamps. This is, I think this is Tim Holtz, but I'm not sure. I purchased a big bag of stuff when I first started crafting, and I purchased that big bag of stuff for $10. And that's probably been like 3 or 4 years ago. But I think this is a Tim Holtz stamp. It turned out so great. I was just really surprised. So I wanted to turn you guys on to that technique, and this is how you do it. It's not hard. I mean, it's stamping. I've got my little butterfly stamp here, and I'm just going to put that here. Now the trick to this is you have to kind of put the jar on its side, hang on to the stamp with like 2 hands, right? And then lift up, and there's your image. Now that image didn't turn out so great, probably because this is a little bit of adhesive where the label was sticking to this, so that might be why it didn't turn out so well. This one turned out really good. I decided that I would give my butterflies a little bit of color with some Recollection Signature Special markers. The reason that I'm using these is because they're, oh gosh, maybe 4 years old, and I didn't, I didn't want to mess up any of my gorgeous, really nice markers that so many folks have given me. So I just used the So I'm just going to use these Recollections markers. I've already used the pink down here. This is not pink. It's a color called Chili. So let me choose another color for up here. Let's try the purple and see how the purple does. And I like these pens because they have a brush tip on one side. So we can... I just think that that is super neat. I would have never thought that that would have worked. I thought that it would have maybe rubbed off, you know, and not made not really the paint. It really does accept the marker, which is super cool. All right, now let's do these. Like I said, my image here didn't turn out exactly like I'd hoped for, but that's okay. No biggie. I think with this one, let's try some yellow. I don't know how the yellow is going to work here. Oh yeah, okay. It works pretty good. You can see it. Okay. All right. See, I see that pulling the paint off here, and this was that kind of tip. It was not a brush tip. Let me choose a marker that has a brush tip, because I think that might be the trick, y'all. You can't pull too hard on the paint once it's on the glass. All right, let's try that. Okay, that's it. Can't pull on the paint too hard when it's on the glass. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this one too. Isn't that just fun? That was such a cool find. I can't believe it works. Alright, so we've got our butterflies done. I am not going to do anything to the image of this lady here. And I'm just going to leave her like she is. I do want to decoupage on just a few little hearts. And then we'll finish the top of this. This is a quick project. I did paint the jar. I think I painted it last night. I painted the jar and the lid last night. Alright, so let's stick on a few hearts. Stick one on here. And these are just, I cut these out of some scrap paper that I had laying around. I think this scrap paper came from our paper bag banner. Lay those in. Really easy. Now I am interested to see another experiment here. Let's just see how Mod Podge affects our text stamp. Okay, let's just see what happens. Wow, I would have thought that would smear, but it doesn't. That's kind of cool. Okay, so it doesn't smear. Awesome. All right, let's stick on a few more little hearts. And I thought I might go for the red hearts too, but I'm liking the smaller-ish things here. And we all have jars, don't we? I mean, a lot of things come in jars. I truly do try to buy things that are in jars rather than plastic packaging, because it's just a bit easier on the environment, I think. Of course, recyclable. I use jars to freeze things, and I make a lot of rice for my dogs, and I use jars to freeze my rice. Works out great. And there we go. Okay, I think that looks really pretty. You know, we just kind of scattered the hearts around. All right, let me set that up for just a minute. I wasn't very neat about my Mod Podge today. Okay. I want to finish the top, and again, I want to do that super simply. So I am taking a little bit of, this was Canvas Core canvas that I stamped with a leaf-shaped rubber stamp that my friend Bunny gave me and cut out. So these things look very organic and super cool. So I think what I want to do is I want to just layer a few of these on the top and then scatter around a few of our text roses. And if you guys did not catch that tutorial, I'll put a link for that tutorial in my description box. I also think that I want to use, around the edge here, I want to use one of my, these are my new digital border strips that will be available as a download, a free download for you guys in my Etsy shop. So just keep going to tammybrackettdesigns.etsy.com and looking around, and my web guy is on it, so I should have this to you, I hope, by I'm hoping by the end of this week. So it's Wednesday now, so hopefully by the end of the week. I'm using my love border from my my border sheets, and I'm going to just glue that on around the top. So just some Eileen's Tucky glue around here. Trying to not get so messy. That's funny, isn't it? Alright, there we go. I've got my border strip cut out. It's not exactly the size, but I'm going to place it, you know, just kind of at the edge here. It's not exactly that width, but I think that's still okay. Now, there we go. Okay, I think that looks all right. I think it looks okay. I'm going to have to be kind of careful when I set it on there, but that's all right. Got a little bubble there, but I can, I think I'll put a leaf over that, you know, so you can't see that border. It's not quite right there. Okay, now let's set some leaves down on here. Again, these are Canvas Core. Go to Canvas Core, y'all. Jeez, there's so much new stuff there. Oh my goodness. So much love. Alright, and then I think I'll set one here. And let's do this one here. Set our roses on. Y'all, this is a very quick project. Especially when you have all these elements already made, and that's why I love making elements. I think it's very therapeutic. It's really cool to make your own stuff. And then when you need something, you go, oh yeah, I don't have to run to the store for that. Okay, so you can see how that turns out with the little love border. Like I said, it's not, you know, y'all, it's a little bit wide, but I think it looks okay. I think it'll do. And then I'm going to put this right back on here, very carefully. And there we go. We have a little love potion bottle. I think she turned out really good. I was very excited to find this stamping technique, y'all. So try it out. Let me know what you think. And I appreciate you guys following me for Art du Jour for February the 8th. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.